Hey Jams, welcome to our channel. So, in today's video, we are going to discuss all the important topics and all the subjects which will be covered in UPSC Prelims 2026. So, as you know, 2026 Prelims is not far away. So, start preparing from today onwards only. And in our channel we are going to upload UPSC PYQ questions and important topics from current affairs and static topic questions and key points regarding to UPSC prelims. So do follow, do subscribe for more. So let's start today's video. In first we have subject to be covered or what's important for UPSC prelims 2026. So let's see. So here we are, subject to be covered or what's important. So as you know, some topics or some subjects are so important for UPSC. It's like prelims, it's prelims qualifier, and prelims is the stage जहाँ से सबसे ज़्यादा fear होता है सब लोगों को. But you don't need to fear prelims. I'm here, I'm your companion in UPSC 2026 prelims, and we are going to solve this and crack this prelims. So let's see what we have, and let's again vibe with me to this prelims. So let's see, ecology and environments. First subject, or we can say first thing that UPSC asks is, it's basically asked from current affairs. So it includes biosphere reserves, Ramsar sites, national parks, wildlife sanctuaries. So these are the direct questions, or more probably if it comes in statement form also. So you just need to remember important biosphere reserves, Ramsar sites, and national parks and wildlife sanctuaries, which will be asked in our chapters and question paper. So locating them with the help of a map, this can be an interesting activity, and it will in the meantime it will increase your focus on what locations we have and what else we can convert. So yes, definitely try to locate each and everything, just like for an example, biosphere reserve is asked or any Ramsar site is asked. So you should know the location and the flora and fauna found in that particular biosphere reserve or national park or Ramsar site, and definitely study flora and fauna uniquely associated with each one of them. So this will be the tip from my side. Flora and fauna, it's in particularly asked in UPSC, or some unique name of any animal, some unique name of any plant, or some unique characteristics of the animal or plant. It's uniquely asked in UPSC prelims question paper. So you should know uniquely. So how would you know that? That is what we are starting. We are starting a PYQ series based on PYQ questions, and we are going to go in depth what was asked and what will be asked in next prelims. So do follow for more what I'm saying, just reminding you. So next we have ancient and medieval history and art and culture. So this is an important topic, but last year, we can say in 2025, we have seen around 5 to 6 questions only from this section. Or art and culture, we have included other questions also. So I think we have seen not much more. Art and culture, we have 2 questions, and combining ancient and medieval history, we have 6 to 7 questions. So around 8 to 9 questions were asked in 2025 prelims. So you can see the weightage. So do engage in this topic, but syllabus is too vast, you can see, but the number of questions, it's not so high. So time spent on this topic should be monitored. So what is crucial for, how can you prepare this? So you can prepare this from mind maps are too useful, and chronology, it's an important part asked in PYQs also, and it will be asked in your 2026 prelims probably. So do remember the chronology using mind maps. Questions related to Buddhism and Jainism, every aspirant knows that Buddhism, Jainism question will be there in the paper, either from Buddhism or Jainism or both combined. So do prepare thorough these topics. These will be there in your prelims. So do prepare them. Next we have our modern history. So modern history we have chronology. Here also chronology plays an important role. So do remember the chronology of important events happened, why does the events take place, and so on. So important role for this. And the tables at the end of spectrum. So all the tables at the end of the spectrum book, you have your spectrum book, those are the tables which will be used for prelims. And probably around the corner we can say, I think 8 questions were there in 2025. So around 3 to 4 questions are chronologically asked. If so, basically on those tables only. So it's a major part of mains as well. So understand events in details like causes, facts, and implication in shorts, and long term effects also. So multidimensional effects, what are we have in our modern history, you just need to understand because it has major part of the mains as well. And for prelims, these tables behind the spectrum and PYQs and chronology, it will help you much more in that. So I hope you will be understanding that. Next we have geography. So geography is particularly asked in two parts. First one is prelim specific questions like pertain to rivers, mountains, biomes, vegetations. So particularly if you know any river and mountains, so UPSC asked direct questions from these topics, and vegetations also. So UPSC asked some questions are direct form only. And next we have map based questions. So map based questions are asked particularly a little tricky. Sometimes they give statements, sometimes they can ask direct questions, and sometimes they can even give you some assumptions based questions. So or you can elimination trick you can use somewhat. So in that area, visualization helps you in better retention. So visualize all the locations, try to understand, and then try to draw it with rough hand or free hand. And try to visualize all the things or map based questions. So mapping is like you are seeing the thing, you have seen the event happened, or any animal found, or any new species discovered in that place, or that place is very important regarding to UPSC prelims. So if that's in, see, what I simply think is, if it's in news in past 1 2 years, so that locations become handy to you. And that location, if it's handy to you, then definitely uske border areas, then uska jo bhi location flora fauna hai, and then also uh, what are the most important key points regarding to that location, you must be aware of that. UPSC at least uh, expect that from you, so you must know well about that. Next we have polity. So I don't think so polity we should be knowing. Polity is an focus on constitutional amendments, ठीक है. Constitutional amendments are mostly asked, and articles related to fundamental rights, GPSPs, fundamental duties, and emergency. So focus on those only. As prelims we have some direct questions, some indirect questions also. We have some statement based questions also. Like statement based questions are largely asked in 2025 prelims. I think around 50 questions were statement based only, and that too not only from polity, all the subjects were included, but around 50 questions were statement based. So you should be aware of that. So yes, uh, other than this, you have landmark judgments like Keshwanand Bharti case, and all the judgments, landmark judgments happened last current affairs in last 1 2 years. So you should be aware of that. UPSC is like whatever happening in our surrounding, you should be aware of that. If you're not aware of that, if you don't know about that, so you basically expect that from you, and that is only what is the thing asked in prelims. UPSC expect that कि prelims, अगर if you are attempting prelims, then you should be aware about your surroundings, whatever happening in the world, what is happening in India right now. So you should be aware of that things. Next we have international relations. So world page, that's one of the good source for this only. Newspapers world page is most handy thing you can ever have. So editorials, opinion pieces on news, international news, those are the good sources, best sources for international relations. And see, if you have some location, or we can say some place in news, it's coming day after day, you are seeing that place in news, then UPSC expect you that you research about the location, that you research about the origin of the location, events related to that particular international news. UPSC expects that from you. You should be aware of that. So try to research on the origin and events related to international news. That will be really helpful to solve the questions given in your exam. So try to research on the origin and events. And yes, a tip from my side. So from my side, I will advise you try to attempt quizzes on the location basis and IR news के ऊपर जितने भी quizzes होते हैं, that you need to attempt. So quiz on IR and locations of the pin. Pin is places in news. So basically whatever places in news is, see, you have read the newspaper, we have 4 to 5 questions or 10 questions from one newspaper. Try to attempt that in quiz form. If you're not able, and do remember, keep a mistake log. If you're getting any quiz wrong, you should know what you have got wrong. Try to maintain what should I say, I have already told you, a mistake notebook or should any log type thing you should have. You should remember that thing. So next we have economy. So economy we have, so let's discuss in part 2. Thanks. Do like, share and subscribe my channel, and we are going to discuss this in part 2. Thanks.